Wow. Yeah, to say that was powerful, I think is an understatement. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm Celina de Sola, and I loved that.
Hi, Cheryl Dorsey.
And
welcome.
We're
We are your hosts for the
2026
2026 Skoll World Forum. So what we all just experienced was a sneak peek of what was a very special film called A Day on Earth, produced by its perfect name, If Not Us, Then Who, supported by Skoll. And can we just all give another round of applause to Keenan and Lucia? It was a stunning recitation of history, power, and belonging.
Yeah, and if you'd like to see the entire film, they'll actually be screening that this Friday afternoon at the Curzon Theater.
I'm going, for sure. So again, beautiful way to start our week together. And just a reminder, at least for me, that the world is not imposed upon us, that in fact, each of us, all of us, make the world every day.
And that's exactly what we're here to do, to make new worlds right here this week together. So here we are. We're back in this theater after what's been a really wild ride of a year.
True that, true that. And I'm so glad that we can come together and take stock of all the heartbreak, all the crisis, but also, right, all the hope. Because in spite of it all, I do think being here with you all that we do have a lot to be hopeful about, don't you think?
I do, Cheryl. And, you know, watching videos like this too, right? So, I mean, just looking into this audience right now, it's an audience of change makers. It helps me get recharged and inspired. Gives me energy. And I want to know how many of you are here for the first time. If you could raise your hands, please.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes, that's amazing. That's a lot. I love it. We want to give each one of you up and down here a warm welcome, a special welcome, because the Skoll community is deep. A lot of us have known each other for a while, but we're always looking to reach new people, bring new people in, learn new perspectives, and challenge our old ways. Because we really need to think collectively and bring in all these unique perspectives to address the world's most challenging problems, especially now.
Very well said, Celina. And we know that it's actually going to take all of us, and I do mean all of us, to get this right and to get out of some of these hot messes that we find ourselves in right now. But nothing truly meaningful has ever been easy, right?
Definitely not. We've known that. We know that now. But if you think about climate, for example, we faced an unprecedented, this year actually, we faced an unprecedented number of natural disasters this past year alone. And at the same time, we've got here with us the most cutting edge and movers, shakers in climate, and they work every single day to heal our planet and also to heal ourselves.
That's beautiful. And so for so much of this week together, we're going to be exploring, in fact, some really, really profound connections, interconnectedness with nature, what we can learn from it, how we can best protect it, and how we can foster a more reciprocal and regenerative relationship with it. And in fact, our surroundings help us tell this story. This space, this extraordinary space, alive with green, truly is a living reminder of the world that we're here to protect and, in fact, reimagine together.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm so passionate about nature and wildlife.
So I actually have heard through the grapevine that you're quite the nature girl. You really like wild animals, is that right?
It's true. It's true for those of you who know me. Sometimes I freak people out with how excited I get with animal stuff. In fact, I just saw wild horses along the River Thames a few days ago. I'm like, what is this? It was amazing. And a heron in London, so yeah.
Well,
That's
our nature girl. Now, mind you, I'm a true city girl. The closest I get to nature is the dog park with my dog, Salt and Pepper. That's it. No. Not the nature girl.
Doesn't count.
Nope.
Doesn't count.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There won't be any wild animals, sadly, on stage today.
Good.
But there will be a lot of incredibly wise human beings.
Lots of them. And so over the next few days, we want to channel all the wisdom in this room, the brilliance in this room, and really translate and turn that into opportunities for transformation in our sector and in our world, and most importantly, in ourselves. And we want to be a collective force, surfacing the best ideas from all of you, the most brilliant ethical entrepreneurs and leaders from around the world, and begin to create an ecosystem that we all need for the 21st century. In fact, the one that we deserve. So are you guys with us? All right, now, are you with us? Okay. Well done, well done.
That was better, that second round. Well, kicking us off, we've actually got another incredible leader after the two leaders we just had, ready to come join us on the stage. And can you guess who that may be?
Don't make them guess. Don't make them guess. And so even though she's actually graced us from this stage many, many times, this is the first time that she will be here on the stage right here as Skoll's CEO and president. And you all know what that means, our girl, Marla Blow. So come on, let's welcome her with everything she deserves. Marla Blow.
Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon and happy Earth Day. It is wonderful to be here, and on behalf of the entire staff and the board, it is my honor to officially welcome you to the 23rd Annual Skoll World Forum. It has been absolutely lovely to connect with so many familiar faces and to meet some new friends for the first time. And gathering like this with the passionate global leaders in this room is always a critical ingredient in social change work. So for us at the foundation, coming together gives us fuel for the work we do all year long. So that's how we learn, it's how we convene, it's how we partner with all of you. And after the turbulent year that we've just been through, getting this feeling is all the more urgent, all the more important. I hope this week is not only inspiring, but also uplifting, productive, and nourishing for all of you. Unfortunately, our visionary founder, Jeff Skoll, is unable to join us as he continues to manage his health. But the forum is one of Jeff's absolute favorite places, and we know that if he could be here with all of you, he would be. So Jeff, if you're able to join us online, thank you for continuing to champion this community in pursuit of a sustainable world of peace and prosperity for all. Now, before I hand the stage over to our other incredible speakers, I'd like to share just a bit about what I personally find inspiring and where I see our collective future heading. Because I believe that in the face of these immense challenges, we really do have an opportunity to reshape the impact ecosystem. And in saying that, I'm not minimizing the pain. I know how difficult this has been. We are all too familiar with the reduction in billions of dollars in aid by the US government and other countries that have led to retrenchments, reductions throughout our community. And the unexpected depth and the callous speed of that implementation left millions of people everywhere in the world without health care, without education, without their livelihoods. And at the same time, we are seeing the highest number of armed conflicts in the world since World War II, leaving many of us living in a state of perpetual fear and uncertainty. And when you take all of that in aggregate, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But I've also seen something that's given me hope. I wish you could see what I see. I'm seeing our sector regroup. Over the last few months, I've been meeting with funders, with private sector leaders, with government officials from around the world, and I keep hearing the same message, that this period of rapid change gives us an opportunity to build a new social impact era. That one that is more just, right? One that is more sustainable. One that is more effective at resourcing locally led innovations and innovators with fewer gatekeepers. You might have noticed this stunning nature-inspired backdrop surrounding us here, and that's because we've been reflecting on our social change ecosystem, and we're drawing on the experience of nature itself, the ways that it regenerates itself as a metaphor for our sector. You've probably heard of mycelium, right? The fungal networks that connect the trees in a forest to one another. And these tiny threads carry nutrients. They share resources. They transmit signals from tree to tree. And it's this underground web that allows the forest to withstand changing conditions, to heal, and to regenerate. So by moving energy to where it's most needed, those little connections ensure the survival of the whole. And I just can't help but think that we have that same dynamic unfolding in our sector. That this forum is part of the network, right, across civil society where you can share, where you can transmit signals, where you can heal and regenerate this sector. This is where we gather to ensure the survival and resilience of the whole. And we know we can't do that alone, right? We know we have to have social entrepreneurs who think in terms of ecosystems, and they think in terms of what we want, and it will be different from what we had. That in order to create a sector we've never seen, we must be willing to do things we've never done. That might include joining forces to share insights and combine your most effective ideas. It might mean building a new approach to funding, leveraging new technologies. I'll give you an example. One of the organizations in our community acquired the subsidiary of another. That ensures the impact could continue even if it looks a little bit different. Another partner established a retail fundraising arm, and they're in the throes of managing that new operation. And these are really hard, challenging decisions. They require courage, they require selflessness, and that is exactly the kind of leadership you all bring to the table. So these are the kinds of meaningful transformations that result in more resilient institutions. This is what it looks like to share energy and move resources collectively. As you engage throughout the week, I invite you to leave this space with at least one new connection. Someone that you didn't know, someone that you didn't anticipate getting to know. And go beyond the small talk, right? Go beyond the fact that the weather is beautiful in England out of nowhere, right? Really dig in to understanding what it is about their perspective that's different from yours. Because just like mycelium, it's those connections, those little moments that allow us to grow. They strengthen our leadership, they broaden our horizons, they help us think of new solutions to the problems we're trying to solve. And these connections form the common ground on which we can rebuild. We invited you here because you all are the multifaceted web we need to create a more resilient future. And this convening brings together the broadest set of voices we can think of. We have social entrepreneurs, we have public sector, we have private sector, we've got storytellers, activists, capital providers, all from more than 80 countries around the world. We did that because we want to create the opportunity for you to connect across sectors, because that's what this moment calls for. No single organization, no single sector, no single country is going to be able to solve these problems alone. It's going to require all of us to work together. And that's what makes me feel optimistic about the years ahead. We've seen these collaborations produce innovative ideas for all of you to pursue. And we need this because we're not looking to resurrect. We're not looking to go back. We're looking to grow something new, and we're looking to dream about what this sector can become. We're drawing on our connections in the same way that the underground web that helps forests to rise from the ashes regenerates. And once again, we are so grateful to all of you for prioritizing this gathering. You shape it with your incredible ideas and your generative spirits. And we hope the week not only helps you nurture new connections, but also cultivate joy. What we hope you will all do together is laugh, learn, sing, break bread, and of course, we will dance. And for the first time, we'll be doing it with students. You may have noticed the students are back on campus. So expect a little bit of extra energy and maybe just a little reminder of what it's like to see the world with fresh eyes. So I start with thank you, all of you. Thank you for your partnership, for your time, your attention, your generosity, your commitment to innovation that can change the world. Welcome to the forum.